Hello. In the interest of having a video for today so that my record is perfect on days with videos, I'm going to make a short comment about each of my Christmas DVDs rather than creating a long blog post for each of them where I expand the short comment into too many words. But also, for the sake of once again saying that my book Cupid Takes a Holiday would make a great Christmas gift, and there's a link in the description below where you can buy it, whether for Kindle or in paperback, or if you or the recipient of your gift has Kindle Unlimited, I don't know how you would give it as a gift to that person, but it would be free. But then you could still write nice things about it for others to see to convince them to buy it. So yeah, so there's that. So now I'm going to make this as quick as possible. Some of these things will be things that I've thought in the past but not said on the internet, and or I have said on the internet but not in a video, or things that I realized this most recent time when I watched. So here goes. The Nutcracker. Macaulay Culkin is in this one, and most people associate Macaulay Culkin with the Christmas movies Home Alone and Home Alone 2, and that weird 5-minute YouTube video where he's a Lyft or Uber driver. That's kind of Home Alone 3, but he plays Drosselmeyer's nephew in this, and so which I had this DVD for years before I even watched it, and then I watched it, and there he was, and so only goes to show, watch your DVDs. The Shop Around the Corner. I actually don't have anything to say about this other than it exists, which is important to know. I didn't know it. First year, or around the first year that I actually watched It's a Wonderful Life, someone recommended to me, there's a better Christmas-themed Jimmy Stewart movie, and lent this to me, and then I later bought it at a library sale. But just to advertise its existence, especially because you probably have heard of this one, You've Got Mail. It is based on The Shop Around the Corner. And I guess that counts for the interesting little thing that I'll say about it. Meg Ryan has got to be one of the funniest people who ever lived. Elf. What did I think about this one? There are so few things other than Space Cases that have most of the cast of Space Cases in them. Jewel Staite and Walter Jones, I think, have gone on to do a lot of things, but for the most part, I think they stopped. But Christian Eyer, who plays Radu in Space Cases, is one of the elves. Foom Foom, I think, possibly, in the first scene of this. So I really love seeing him every time we start the movie. It's a great movie otherwise, but that's especially fun for me. The Santa Claus. Let's see what to say about this. This might not be the most popular opinion, but Tim Allen is my favorite movie, Santa Claus, and that includes this one, who was my favorite for a long time, but I just love the whole dynamic, the whole Tim Allen-ness of the Santa Claus, even as it's clearly so real around him, just refusing to believe. Now, I'll go straight to this one, and what I realized watching it this time around that I hadn't really put together before, of course I know it backwards and forwards, but I hadn't really put together before, is I just watched every single character gradually, not so much accept that Kris Kringle was Santa Claus, but decide, you know what, I'm going to go along with it because for the kids and for simplicity's sake. Whether it's whether it's Mr. Macy when he's on the stand and he's picturing the headlines that say Macy says his Santa Claus is not real, or the judge finally when the letters are being dumped on the podium, and you can hear the relief in his voice and see it in his eyes, the this is my out. I can just say the guy's Santa Claus and we can all go home. And each character goes through that. Even the prosecutor, when he has to concede, because his son is right there, he has to concede the existence of Santa Claus. And that's him moving in the direction of, we're all gonna. So I just loved watching the dominoes fall this time around. The Muppet Christmas Carol, in my opinion, the finest of the Christmas Carol adaptations, possibly even better than the original Dickens. All I want to say about this one is that, there are a lot of them, and there will probably be a lot more Christmas Carol adaptations. The only reason that I can think of to make a new one would be to have Melissa McCarthy play the Ghost of Christmas Present. The aforementioned primary Jimmy Stewart Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life, he never apologizes to the teacher. The end of the movie comes, everybody in town seems to love him, but they never wrap that up, and I'm assuming that he eventually apologizes to her, but that's not in the story. And this time I noticed, and it bugged me a little bit. Four Christmases. Let's see. I don't have much to say about it. I haven't seen it as many times as I've seen the others, so give me till next year to have insights about it, but I really like it. And finally, Love Actually. I actually do have a big long blog post about what I'm going to say about this one, which is that Bill Nighy's character, Bill Nighy, his name is not even across the top here. Keira Knightley's name is up here, but not Bill Nighy's name. That seems wrong to me, not only because I think at the time he was probably a bigger star, but also he is, to me, in my opinion, the best part of this movie. He holds it together, but also just breaks it up when it needs to be broken up. And his love story, such as it is perhaps the most touching love story in the movie. That's not including the deleted scenes, which you should watch the deleted scenes. There's a love story in the deleted scenes that is actually also better than most of the love stories in the movie. But within the movie, Bill Nighy's character just makes it more than it otherwise would have been. So that's my 8-minute video, so that I have something out there that says Christmas on it. Tomorrow, Fairy Tale Friday. Next week, all Christmas stories, and then no videos except Fairy Tale Fridays for the next few weeks. And everything that I just mentioned was recorded in the past 3 hours. Merry Christmas.